You know, my very first published photographs were on the pages of the National Geographic. I still find that hard to believe. I mean, it was crazy, but that's what happened. I was 26 years old, and Bob Gilka, the head of photography at the Geographic, called me back to their headquarters in Washington, D.C. to give me my marching orders. And I remember standing in the lobby of what they call Explorers Hall, and I was looking at giant globes and dog sleds and submersibles and flags planted on Everest and surrounded by the most beautiful photographs I'd ever seen in my life. How was I going to prove that I was worthy of working here? And then I was taken upstairs and into Bob's office. Bob was a blunt man, just straight and to the point, and honestly a little scary. Well, that morning I was completely unprepared for what he said to me. He stopped me cold. He changed the way I did everything from that day forward. He looked at me from over his desk and he said, "You know, DeWitt, the people who photograph for this magazine are the best in the world. You don't have to prove yourself." I don't have to prove myself. I mean, honestly, that's all I've been thinking about since I got the assignment. You don't have to prove yourself, he continued. But by God, every day you had better improve yourself. The words went in. Don't prove yourself. Improve yourself. Bob was still talking. He said, "You know, I want you to spend your time every day trying to be better than you were yesterday. If you learn something that'll help the others, well, then share it. That way we'll all get better faster. Don't prove yourself. Improve yourself. Otherwise, you're fired." Big first lesson. Right out of the blocks. I don't know how many times I've thought about it, how many times I've acted on it since that day in Bob's office. Don't prove yourself, improve yourself. And you know, living that lesson, I've come to see that life really is a lot more about cooperation than it is about competition. It wasn't proving myself or taking others down that allowed me to succeed. It was simply, consciously, continuously improving myself, refining my skills, honing my wisdom, focusing my vision. Ultimately, the only person I was trying to surpass was me. Don't prove. Improve.